everybody, my name is Wendy Fore from Cash Life Mastery, and you're joining Cash Life Mastery Social Juice. And today we are talking about Twitter automation versus organic engagement, which grows faster. So today, guys, our illustrious Keith Keller, Lady Killer Keller, as I like to refer to him, the king of Aussie Twitter, is here to elaborate on those topics today. But one thing I want to bring up before Keith gets started is if you're thinking about automation, you need to think about the reasons you're using it and how you're using it. Every platform is different. And of course, today we are talking about Twitter, but you need to automate on purpose. So Keith, let's get talking about Twitter automation.
Yeah, this is such a hot topic. This is such a hot topic. I live and breathe Twitter, as you know. I'm a one-trick pony. I'm the Aussie Twitter dude. In fact, if you want to find out more about that, go to thataussietwitterguide.com. That's how powerful I am in the Twitterverse, if you like. But you just can't keep up with everything doing it organically on your phone or your laptop or your PC. You've got to find some tools to help you manage that process. So you've got to find a way to use some tools that are cost effective. Some of them are free, some of them have some cost. And it's a way of getting the mojo, getting some sort of work-life balance. My wife and I are going away for the Queen's birthday. That's a sort of an Aussie tradition. It's actually not the Queen's birthday. I think it was actually Queen Victoria's birthday or some older queen in the 15th century. But we've actually inherited that date.
I'll be honest with you. As an American, I think it's an excuse for a vacation.
Yeah. And why not? And so why not? So we have a Queen's birthday in June. Yesterday I planned a romantic weekend with my wife, and the really key point there is that I don't want to spend 10 hours a day on my computer. I don't want to spend every minute of the day checking my phone. I just don't. So automation allows you to have a break, to have a rest, to go for a run, to cook dinner for your child, to have a sleep. And we're going to talk for about 10 or 15 minutes about that, and then we're going to open it up to the after show party. We've got quite a good group in today, and I'm very interested in people's thoughts. One thing I might add, if you could really do me a favor, I love the GIF and 30-second share function. So right in the top, I'm guessing it's up there.
Yep.
Up there, top left-hand corner, there's a function now that's called share the last 30 seconds. If you're hearing something you like, push that and make a little comment. Oh, here's something Wendy said that was lovely. Here's Keith talking about his Queen's birthday weekend again. You know, doesn't he do any work? And just share that, because the one thing I love about Blab, if you've been blabbing, is there's lots and lots and lots of ways to add to the dimensions of Blab. One of them is the 30-second grab. The other is the GIF, the max headroom moment, where we're just doing this for 6 seconds. So please, if you can, GIF us or 30-second grab us, because I really do enjoy watching those back, because we're so wrapped up in what we're doing here that we forget that we even said anything of value.
I have all the facial expressions that people get. It never fails when I'm making a funny face. Somebody GIFs it. It just never fails.
But what's your take on automation? What do you think about it?
I love it. I think it's the way to go. If you're not doing it, you really should be looking into getting a system. And actually, hopefully on the after show, Troy is in here, and he actually has some tools for automation. And
brilliant.
They're very inexpensive, and it's just a matter of what I see. A lot of times people are doing it wrong. They think, well, okay, I'm going to automate, so I'm just going to load my system with all these little pictures and, you know, one sentence about some random thing, and okay, I'm automated. Now people know about me. Well, that's great. I mean, you know, like if you take a picture of your kid eating cereal and say, oh, he's so cute, you know, and then the next one is a picture of, you know, you're driving down the road and you see a pretty scenery. That's great too. But, you know, you need to throw in some pertinent, valuable information. People
Totally agree.
are following you to get, you know, business information if you're in business. You know, a lot of times if you really look through your followers and the people that you're connected to, there might be a small amount of family and friends on your list, but most of the people that you're connected to are there as business connections. And although they want to know about you, they want to know about your personal life, they do want to get to know you. That's not what I'm saying. But you do need to make sure that you're giving that valuable information too, because people will stop following you if that's all you're ever posting.
Yeah, I totally agree.
The biggest mistake.
I actually think let me just pick up what you've just said there, because that's a slightly different angle to what I was going to talk about. This idea of posting innocuous, blank, boring, sort of vanilla posts that actually add no value to anyone, other than if you like pictures of people eating cereal or lovely scenery or, you know, inspiring quotes, because people do love those. Yeah. But this particular blab has been called automation versus engagement. Really, it's not one or the other, it's both. You can't spend 10 hours a day on your computer answering messages all day, every day. You've got to work, you've got clients, you've got kids to take to school, you've got to mow the lawn, cook dinner, you've got to have an occasional holiday, you've got to get some rest, you've got to work out. But you can't spend all day, every day automating either, because you'll just learn like a robot.
It's like I was saying though, what I see is people are like, oh, I'm getting automated. I'm getting in gear. My business is going to take off now. I'm getting automated, but they're doing it wrong. So their engagement is not happening. And then they go, well, automation isn't working for me.
Yeah.
You know,
well, let's pull that apart. I'm trying to fully understand exactly how you're talking about automation. Are you saying that people automate as a strategy as a lead magnet? Is that what they're doing? Are they trying to use automation to get a lead and then find a way to engage with that lead once it comes in? Is that what you're sort of saying?
Right, exactly. I mean, that's the reason for getting automated, is to be able to bring in those leads, but people are just not doing it right because they're posting more random, touchy-feely type stuff. And I'll be honest, people are there because they want to get business value from you.
Yeah, I totally agree. What would you recommend instead?
Well, you know, things like a post of a link to a blog title, you know, a blog you've written about some business topic, or, you know, if you do have a beautiful scenery picture, relate it back to some type of business motivational thing. Not, oh, this is a pretty tree, but, you know, when I need to get my mind right in business, I'll sit and meditate on scenery like this. And it relates back to business. And it gets people to you in a business way.
If your business is selling really lovely pictures, or you're an artist, then it'd be absolutely on brand to tweet pictures that you've done. Here's a great picture of a wedding I took last weekend. Isn't it lovely? Colorado is beautiful this time of year.
Yeah.
Click here to know more. But if you're a business analyst or a social media strategist or positive speaker, then pictures of babies eating cereal, if indeed that's not a contradiction because they haven't got any teeth, it's not very, very useful. So just to pick up on what you've said there, I use what we call the Hansel and Gretel model. I just coined that phrase myself. So basically, I am a Twitter dude. I teach Twitter. I know lots about Twitter, and I could teach you anything you need to know about Twitter if that's what you want. But people don't know who I am, so I'm sending out little snippets, little breadcrumbs throughout the day. Here's an interview I did in Sweden. Isn't that cool? Here's a really lovely blog post you might like from my friend Teresa in Toronto. Here's a cool video I was featured in the Huffington Post. And so basically you're going, this guy knows what he's talking about. The little breadcrumbs to say, actually, this guy does know what he's talking about. Let's get him in. Let's get him at our next event. Let's get his ebook. Let's ask him if he can come and talk to our company. But yeah, I have seen people send these generic vanilla is what I call vanilla quotes, which actually do get engagement. But then I've said this to my wife: if you set up a stall at the end of your street and said free beer today, you're going to get hundreds of people coming to your house. Yeah, you just will.
Oh yeah.
But what are you doing? You're just giving away free beer. It has nothing to do with what you're selling. Maybe if you sell beer, or you think, well, if people know me, then at least I can get a chance to chat to them. It's a strategy. But you're much better off selling, hey, here's a free ebook that I wrote, or here's a blog post that I think you might like. It relates to what I do, and it might be useful to you. The great thing about that is the people that are interested in that will be your clients. If they're not interested in an ebook about Twitter, well, they're not interested in Twitter, so they don't need me at all. And I don't even drink beer, so there's no point in me giving away beer because that has nothing to do with my business. And that's sort of what you're alluding to. This automation is a bit of trickery, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. I mean, it's like I said. I mean, put up a picture of a beautiful scenery, but somehow or another, you need to relate that back to business, unless, like you say, you're an artist and you're in the business of selling pictures of beautiful scenery. That's the only get around to that. You need
can you give me some examples of what people could do? Could you give me some examples that you've seen of people doing this really well?
Well, like for instance, they might have like a picture of the ocean and a sunset, and they could say something about every day is a brand new day. Start your business fresh today. Work on planning out your week. Today's a brand new day. Like with a picture of a sunrise over the ocean.
Okay.
Something along that lines. I mean, yes, put the pretty picture out, but relate it back to business. Can't stress that.
Brilliant.
I gotta turn off the light. It's in my eye and it's about to kill me. Hold on.
All right, no worries. I'll ad lib. People probably don't know this, but I used to be a radio announcer, so I'm quite good at ad libbing, just making things up on the spot. I guess you probably guessed that by the fact that I can talk forever.
No,
but one thing I'm really no, who would have guessed? I'm quite a shy guy. One thing I'd really love to talk about, and this might be a really lovely way to finish the whole segment. Tell me some tools that you can recommend that people can go and get today. Some free ones, some paid ones that they can start playing around to say, look, I don't want to spend 10 hours a day on my computer, but I've got to do something.
Well,
what do you recommend?
Yes, people go to sonicserve.com. And this is Troy Humphrey. He's actually on the call right now. And Troy, if you will put in your links, he has a Sonic broadcaster that will post into Twitter and into Facebook groups and pages.
Brilliant.
And,
Brilliant.
That is my preferred provider.
Excellent. I haven't heard of this one, but doubtlessly Troy's going to come into the after show party and tell us all about it. Tell me about what it does. What does it do? Why is it so much better than the ones that we've all heard of?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I am new to using it, but it is easier to use than anything I've used before, and also it is a lot less expensive.
Okay, what's the price point?
He has got a new price point, so I don't want to say that.
Oh, he can keep it.
We can let him come in if you want to, but maybe we'll wrap up and then we'll talk.
We'll wrap up here. What happens here, just in case you don't know, is that we've done about 6 of these now, and I put them on SoundCloud and YouTube, and eventually on iTunes, so that you can get a bit of a vibe, a quick fix, if you like, of the Twitter tips for newbies. Try saying that 3 times, Pied Piper. You try. We actually try to do something really quick, maybe 15-20 minutes, just to give you a teaser for what we're on about. And now we're going to open it to the after show party. I know Roy's in the room, Troy's here, Antoine's here, and we've got quite a lovely group. Let's facilitate some discussion and get some of those 30-second grabs. So I'm going to leave you there from the podcast point of view. This will turn up on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube a bit later. My name is Keith Keller. You can get my ebook at keithkeller.com.au. Wendy, how do people contact you before we go into the after show party mode?
Okay, guys, my name is Wendy Fore from Cash Life Mastery. Right now, currently, I'm asking everybody to reach out to me on Facebook as our website is under construction. We've got some new and exciting things coming. And so you can reach me, Cash Life Mastery, on Facebook, where we help entrepreneurs bootstrap into profit. And if you guys need business coaching or animated video, please reach out to me. We can really help your business excel.